It's time for Ryan's Roses. Here we go. If it's a public service, if there's an issue in your world, you can't sort it out, come to us and we'll try our best. Dear Ryan and Sissany, Ryan's Roses right now. My husband took our daughter to a soccer tournament over the long weekend, and when they got back, I heard something interesting. My daughter mentioned that her dad wasn't there with her one of the nights of the tournament. Hey, let me get on the phone. Andrea, good morning. How are you?
Hi, Ryan. I'm okay. How are you?
I'm okay. I want to find out a little more detail so I understand. Where was the soccer tournament? Was it out of town?
Yes, it was out of town.
So did your daughter and your husband have to stay in a hotel during the tournament?
Yeah. Yes. They were in a hotel. It was in NorCal.
Okay, so then he was not there during a tournament one night, but he came back to the hotel?
Well, he was at the hotel. So my daughter told me that she was watching movies like until like 11 or 12 in the hotel room that she and my husband were in with one of her other teammates, and that my husband was not there. So that's all I know. And I just got this really weird feeling. She said, "Oh, Dad went downstairs." I'm like, "Well, where did he go?" And she said, "Oh, I think he went, with one of the other moms." And so I just got this really terrible feeling. And this other mom is, although she's nice, she's kind of flirty sometimes. And I just got this really awful, terrible feeling. And, they had this other hotel room at their disposal. And I don't know. I'm really worried, and I can't stop thinking about it. And
so your hunch is that he may have gone to another room with this other mom or downstairs to the bar?
Both, maybe, to the bar, a couple of drinks, and they had a hotel room, or just straight to the room. I don't know. I'm just like, my mind I can't stop thinking about it. And it's just like reeling and reeling in my mind. And I'm super anxious and just feel terrible. And it's just, I can't stop thinking about it.
All right, well, hold on for 1 second. Let us make the Ryan's Roses call for you and see if we can find out next year. Kiss FM. We're going to call Andrea's husband. There was a soccer tournament where her husband had to take their daughter to it, and they stayed overnight in a hotel. And during one of the nights, her daughter was with a friend of hers, and Dad disappeared for a little while and either went downstairs or she thinks to another room of a mother that was there with her child. So follow me on that?
Yeah.
Andrew, we're going to call him now. I just need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then your husband's name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Yes, Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
All right, we're going to call him now. Let's see if we can find out. Stay very quiet until we tell him he's on the air, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What's the other mom's name?
Joelle.
Joelle, okay. Here we go. Hold on 1 sec. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Colin?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Francine. I'm calling from France Flowers. How are you doing this morning?
Okay.
Great. We're actually new. We're right on Nordhoff here in Northridge, and we're trying to promote our delivery service. So what we're doing is we're offering local residents a promotion today of free roses. They are free. We don't need cash or credit card info from you. We just need the name of the person you'd want to send them to, and they'll receive them by lunchtime today.
Okay. How'd you get this number?
You may have purchased something online within the last 6 to 18 months and clicked in to receive promotional.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I have to do anything other than just get the flowers?
We can start with the name of the person you want to send them to. No, I don't need anything from you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to send them to my wife.
Okay. What's her name?
Andrea.
Okay. And what would you like to put on the card?
To wife, flowers, love, husband. It's an inside thing. It's like
to wife, flowers, love.
From husband. Yeah, she thinks they're very husband. Like. I usually don't get her flowers because she thinks it's very kind of like cliche, like basic thing. So that's why I was putting the message to.
Nothing basic about her flowers. She's going to love them.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult your industry.
Colin,
it's an inside joke with us.
Colin, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. Need you to understand that and know that. And we have your wife on the line, Andrea. So I'm sure she's thrilled that you sent her flowers. Let me explain.
Oh.
She's reached out to us because you were recently on a little trip not far from home for your daughter's soccer tournament. Is that right?
Yeah.
And
hi, Colin.
Well, Andrew, why don't you tell him what your daughter told you?
Okay. Colin, hi. Kaylee told me that she was watching movies until 11 or 12 o'clock at night alone in the hotel room and that you weren't there. And so I don't feel great about it in general.
And then there were other kids from the team up there.
Okay. And where she said you were with Joelle, so I'm wondering, flirty Joelle.
Well, yeah, the girls were upstairs watching a movie, and the parents were downstairs having a drink. I mean, that's understandable. It wasn't just us. There were like 4 or 5 parents down there.
Well, you failed to mention any of that to me. So, yeah, this is like the first I'm hearing about that. So where did anything happen between the two of you?
Oh, my God. No. Are you kidding me? This is on the radio? Look, this is ridiculous. We could talk about this later, but I drove like an hour and a half to this soccer tournament. You're welcome to go to the soccer tournaments and stay if you want. But, we decided that I would go and stay with her, and now I'm getting, yelled at for nothing.
Okay, I'm not yelling.
And we were downstairs having a drink. But it wasn't just us. There were there were 4 or 5. Brad was there. And
she's flirty. You're really good looking. I don't know. I feel like, did you
Well, I'm sorry I'm good looking, hon, but.
Well, look, Colin, I think your wife sounds like she's concerned, but there must be more than just this soccer tournament, Andrea, that's made you worry. It seems like this might have been something on your mind.
Yeah, because I don't think Colin's aware of sometimes of when people are flirtatious with him, and it makes me nervous. And I'm away, and I'm with 2 other kids at home, and sometimes we don't stay connected as possible. And I don't find out oh yeah, we went down to the bar and we had a few drinks, and then I find out in a roundabout way. And so,
well, maybe I should.
I don't know.
I didn't think it was a big deal, so that's why I didn't say anything about it. And honestly, look. If you wanna, take the drive out to Temecula or Bakersfield for a soccer tournament, feel free. I don't want to have to drive all this way, do all this stuff, and then on top of it, get yelled at for something I didn't do. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm not yelling at you. And I'm sorry. I didn't mean to embarrass you. We can talk about it at home.
Why don't we let you guys do that now? We'll let you go. You guys can talk at home. Andrea, you know him better than any of us, so you can determine whether or not he's telling the truth. And good luck with both of your relationship here, okay?
Are the flowers still coming? Was the flowers? What?
No, there's no flowers coming. Are you there?
Sorry.
Did I do that? I didn't mean to do that. I was hanging up, but I hung up too fast. So the flowers aren't coming if you're still listening.
Nope.
Do you believe him? Well, let's come back. Ryan's Roses, moments ago. Andrea and her husband. So they were away at a soccer tournament. Her husband was there with their daughter. Andrea was not there. At one point, her daughter was watching a movie with one of her friends, and the parents went downstairs to have a drink. And so he disappeared for a little bit, but he said the parents all gathered. There were 5 of them. So what's the problem? I'm just curious to know. Right. How old was their daughter? Do we know?
I don't know how old they were, but old enough to, I guess, leave in a hotel room watching movies. Maybe 12.
Okay, so let's say 12, 13, 14 years old.
Yeah.
And the parents are going downstairs to have a beer. Is that an issue?
I don't see that being an issue. If anything, I would be one of those moms probably rallying all the parents to go do that.
But she was more concerned about this other specific mother named Joelle, who she said is actually a little bit flirty in general.
And that's unfortunate that she doesn't have that, trust in her marriage already. She's already kind of insecure about this Joelle girl.
Hey, Lauren, good morning. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. So what is your take on it? Do you think that she has reason to be worried based on what you heard?
I mean, it sounds like he's telling the truth. Like, he really did sound surprised that she would even think that of him. So I believe him, but at the same time, like, she's at home, she's watching the kids, she's not able to, like, be everywhere at once. And moms, we worry, like, I sympathize with her. I understand. It sounds like she's a little paranoid, but, like, I get where that concern is coming from. You know what I mean?
What about, it almost sounded like she was holding it against her husband that he was good looking.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could also be that, like, we've all been in quarantine for a while, and maybe she's, not getting the same spa treatment she used to, and she's not feeling her best. And,
Amen.
She's feeling a little grubbier than usual. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how old they were, but let's say they were 14. I feel like it's okay they were watching a movie, and the parents all going downstairs for a little bit just to say hello.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I think it's probably
Yeah.
okay. All right. Well, Lauren, thank you for calling.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I wonder, does it make it a little easier on yourself if your spouse is not that good looking?
Oh, my gosh.
Or as time goes by? I'm just wondering, I'm thinking this through. As time goes by, do you want them to get better looking or not if you're in that situation? Because it sounded like she did not want him to be so good looking.
Right, like she resented him for it. But I think your spouse is always going to be good looking to you. That's why you married them. That's why you love them.
Yeah, I do think when you're with someone, again, I can only speak from my experience, but when you're with someone for years, and I've done that, I saw them as the first time I saw them every time I saw them.
Yes, me too.
That's so sweet.
Me too.
Right?
Yes, exactly. 1,000%. 23-year-old Michael. That's what I see.
That's what you see. Now, what I see when I see me is 14-year-old chubby Ryan.
No,
It's true.
Passed that.
No, we've not passed it. It is not. It's never going to pass.
Okay, but your person you're with doesn't see that.
They
see hot Ryan who works out every day and shows off his muscles in his shorts.
Thank you for that. But I have shown them the pictures of camping Ryan, and then they may change their mind. But that's
those pictures are cute.
What if you were dating Liam Hemsworth?
Who are you talking to?
The group?
I guess
don't know.
us.
What if I was dating Liam Hemsworth?
Yeah.
Well,
And,
then
like,
I'd have a lot to tell you.
Yeah. He turns heads everywhere he goes. Like,
See, you got to put it into like relative terms that we can relate to. We can't even. First of all, I'm not going to be with Liam. I can promise you that. And odds are none of us are going to be with Liam because you just look at that guy. So could you make it like? I mean, not even Chris. Chris is. I can't even think about Chris. That family you can't compare.
But every dude that we have in our lives is hot to us. Like, that's our man.
Totally.
If anybody comes near him, I will claw you and make your life a living hell. And so it's like that's where it comes from.
Now we're getting somewhere.
But like, imagine you're dating The Rock, and like,
But you have to stop thinking in those
heavy.
terms. This whole fantasy, we can't imagine that.
Yeah, and then like every
Don't mess
girl's
with
head is
Maui.
turning when you go down the street. I kind of would be like, okay, enough.
No, how about you imagine Andrew, the guy that lives 3 doors down, who works for a living, 9 to 5. Imagine Andrew, okay, or Tubbs,
Like,
but
all
not
the guys
The
that
Rock.
we're with, basically, Tanya, your dude, Michael,
To
Patty's
me-
Michael, average guys, they work,
No.
it's like normal.
To me, Socrates is like The Rock. Like, especially right now, I have major cute aggression to him where I just like literally want to just like squeeze his face off.
Careful, just be careful on that. Yeah. We want Patty and I think you need to just use that sparingly.
Do you want to be
down,
that
I
stage 5 clinger?
You know,
We don't
any
want another
stage.
bear attack.
No bear attacks.